He won the first set 7-5, and it is McEnroe 2-1 in the second. And we are back to tennis after a long third game. Finally won by McEnroe. He leads 2-1 after winning the first set 7-5.
And a big game for Lendl that he did not win. And let's see what that does for McEnroe. Having escaped a game like that, John, it sometimes happens that the player who's receiving says, well, I've been given a little breathing space, so I'm going to make my move. Let's see.
That was long. He attempted to make a move on Lendl's first service game in the second game of this set. Scrambled all over the court. Got it to 30 all. Not able to return that serve. It's 30-15. Ivan Lendl trying for his 6th championship of the year. McEnroe has already won 6. And he missed it.
Well, that should have been 40-15. Lendl knows it. So does McEnroe. Again, McEnroe may try to capitalize on that mistake. Let's see.
And he has a chance.
I mean, he obviously is going to try to capitalize on it, but there's a mental thing involved there that that tennis players understand, and that is, boy, I've been given a chance here. I'm really going to make my move. Concentrate especially hard, and he has break point.
And he's going to get a second serve on break point.
Watch McEnroe attack it. I can almost guarantee it.
He wanted it, didn't he?
Yeah, but did you see what Lendl did on that second serve? He wasn't going to give McEnroe a chance to attack at any cost, and including the cost of a double fault, but he threw that big second serve into the forehand side and hit it as hard as he ever hit a first serve.
Yep, he certainly did. We're at deuce. Misses the volley. Actually, on that big second serve, we'll look at the replay first.
Really goes down the line. McEnroe had a good look at that volley, and Lendl was coming in. It would have been a tough passing shot for him to make, but he just missed it.
Talking about John McEnroe, he'd actually moved 2 to 3 feet inside the baseline. He was coming up on that second serve. So give the credit to Lendl. He made the shot when he had to there. Now he has the advantage.
Oh, a little bit of help from the net.
Back to deuce.
See, Ivan Lendl just doesn't have the same kind of control at the net that McEnroe has. Watch this here. Now he puts this back in the court, gives McEnroe a look at one passing shot, boom. He gives McEnroe a look at a second passing shot. That one hits the tape and gives Ivan Lendl no chance to make the third volley. The important thing, though, is that McEnroe will put that first or second volley out of reach. Lendl can't.
Big serve from Ivan Lendl, who regains the advantage. There's been only one break. Came on the last game of the first set. McEnroe got it to win 7-5.
Well, you remember the first set, every serve game went just according to plan. In the second set, that whole story changed. Every game has been fought for bitterly.
This is the 4th game. 3 of them have gone to deuce. I'd have to say that that's the kind of tennis we came to see this afternoon. If the first set was routine, this one has not been so far.
That's really outstanding stuff. Ivan Lendl serving beautifully to get himself out of a very tricky situation. It was just one game ago when he was in a tough situation, but you see that big serve, and that was a second serve, remember, into John McEnroe's forehand side. If there's one thing that is going to stop McEnroe from hitting that second serve, chipping it and coming in and making Lendl going for the passing shot, that's it.
McEnroe gets the point, but more movement now out of Ivan Lendl than we had seen earlier.
There it is again. You see that delicate volley from McEnroe. Another one from McEnroe. Lendl gets to it, but an easy overhead, well, sort of side swipe from McEnroe. He just guides the volleys so well, doesn't he?
Neither one of these players has been taken to a third set so far in this 85 Canadian Open. John McEnroe trying to defend his championship. Ivan Lendl trying to become the first player to win it 4 times. Big serve from McEnroe. He goes up 40-love.
This tournament is part of the Nabisco Grand Prix, and we talked about the bonus pool and the fact that the winner in points of the year-long competition wins $800,000 just as a bonus. And I said the second prize was $600. Actually, it's $550.
Second serve. Games are even at 2 apiece in the second set.
So $250,000 separates number 1 and 2 player for the year, the overall year. And as we mentioned, McEnroe at this point is about 300 to 400 points in front of Ivan Lendl for the year.
Second serve at 40-love. To his feet, and he could not get it back across.
And John, it's interesting that we are watching the number 1 and 2 players in the world. Neither one of them won the Australian Championship. Wielander won that. Neither one of them won the French Championship. Wielander won that one. Neither one of them won Wimbledon. So neither one of them in 1985 has won a Grand Slam tournament. Of course, Becker won Wimbledon.
But as you said at the top, they continue to be the class of the tennis world over the long haul right now.
Oh, yes.
Now, John will disagree a little bit. It'll be 40-30.
Watch it. See if you can call it. My goodness, you'd have to say that was on the line, wouldn't you?
It's almost impossible to tell.
No mistakes at all the whole match. Not one mistake. Excuse me? Is that an answer? The question was, there's been no mistakes this match.
Now, that's a tough question to answer.
Correct? Is that the answer? What kind of answer is that? I asked you a question, right? Don't give me that crap. Ask me to answer the question, right?
I'm not sure that it's fair to make the man in the chair answer that question. It was kind of rhetorical anyway.
Answer a question.
What's he going to say?
If he says no, you know he's going to argue that.
That's right.
40-30.
If he says yes, he's going to say, why didn't you change it then when you knew it?
Talk about a no-win situation. Ivan Lendl who gets even. Beautiful forehand passing shot.
He's done that before, remember, when McEnroe was serving from this side about 6 games ago. McEnroe here, serving, and you see get to the net here, and a little slow to get to the net, but a fine passing shot from Lendl off the forehand side. We're back to deuce.
And out of the 5 games, 4 of them have gone to deuce. That's how tough it's been in the second set.
Ace.
Beautiful serve.
Lendl doesn't like that one, but it was clearly good.
I think the players are starting to get into this match a little bit.
Well, you know, it happens. Once somebody starts to talk to the lines persons or the umpires, then it kind of feeds on itself, and you lose control of the match. That ball was clearly good. Lendl wanted to call. He's not going to get one.
I can't hear you. Yeah, I'm telling you this ball was wide, and you never overrule in your life probably, right?
Well, it's a shame. I felt that the man in the chair should have given John McEnroe a hard time when he asked him that question, because I don't think that was a fair question to ask. The ball was clearly in. Lendl was clearly wrong on that call. But I think McEnroe should have been given at least a warning for the time delay the last time around, and that may have affected Lendl's feeling. I didn't think that his reaction was at all fair, and obviously he was wrong on the call.
Advantage McEnroe.
You hate to see it.
And game McEnroe as Lendl just heads for the bench. Still on serve in this, the second set. Scratching and fighting McEnroe and Lendl for the championship. Yes, they care very, very much. We'll be back.